We know that Europe and China are practically in recession, if not absolutely in recession.
In Cathie Wood's own words, we are aware that both China and Europe are essentially in a recession. In my opinion, oil prices may be the more significant price because of their impact on consumer confidence and inflation psychology, even if China is not yet in a full-blown recession. Generally speaking, Ark Investment Management founder and CEO and CIO, Cathie Wood, thinks that the next significant bout of Bitcoin volatility will be advantageous for those who own the digital asset. Additionally, Cathie Wood discusses the on-chain indicators that support her conviction that a rise in the value of Bitcoin is imminent and the Bitcoin volatility is advantageous. In today's video, Cathie Wood provides updates on the reasons for the present bear market and underperformance of Bitcoin volatility in 2022 and the collapse of Terra Luna. She offers her opinion on the Ark investment method for funding innovation in blockchain technology. But first, a brief request from us. If you find value in these sorts of videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss our valuable crypto content in the future. Keep watching until the very end to learn why Cathie Wood is hopeful about the coming Bitcoin bull run. Now let's dive right into the video. Cathie explained in her own words that the temptation when we first looked at that was to say that's pretty bad, but we don't know what happened. For the first time in Bitcoin's history, we've seen 9 straight weekly decreases. I believe I'm correct when I say that the market value of the ecosystem once was over $60 billion. Cathie Wood says that she was astonished because algorithmic stable promises don't make any sense to her, but in the last month, Terra, the blockchain terror, blew up and Luna is worthless. She has a background in economics, and as she said, she believes that in order to have a stable coin, one needs to have support. It didn't surprise her to see the number of outstanding bonds increase from around 350 million to say 6.5 trillion, and she believes it may have even reached $20 trillion. While this is a hyperinflation, the turbulence it caused didn't pose a threat to the financial system. We've been keeping an eye on other stable coins to see whether they would break the buck, which is an expression that originated when the Reserve Fund, a money market fund, did so in 2008 to 2009. People who held that money market fund were expected to receive less than $1 for every dollar invested. And of course, the Fed had to intervene and save that fund since it was about to become systemic in the 2008 financial crisis. The mere possibility that such a device could exist has likely given the Fed, not just the Fed, the regulators, more ammunition to regulate in this area. About $3 billion worth of Bitcoin were used as collateral, therefore the Fed might be involved in the regulation. Woods remarked that over the previous month or so, they had been constructing it. The fact that there is a strong correlation between the Nasdaq and Bitcoin suggests that all of that was disgorged at some time. This is one reason why the price of Bitcoin dropped from 40 to 30,000 in the past month. There's something more about Bitcoin that bothers me, because it's down 57% since its peak of about 70,000 in November, which is intriguing when compared to the last week or so when the Nasdaq had a couple really nice days. Considering that its 200-week moving average is 22,000 and increasing, and that we are currently at 29,000, we started our first Bitcoin position at the particular number because it was the 200-week moving average when it was just in the 225 to 250 zone. Even though we've come a long way since then, that number has shown out to be a great support. Cathie went on to capitalize on specific additional points. According to our measures, she says, it does look that the short-term holders have capitulated, which is excellent news for setting in a bottom. You can see in the report that it appears that the short-term holders have done so, and you can see everything in this ecosystem thanks to the wonderful openness. At 65.7%, the percentage of long-term investors who have held Bitcoin for at least a year is at an all-time high. It's also excellent news that we have some really capable holders or hodlers. For the final statistic, there are long-term holders who surrender to signify the bottom. This indicates that Bitcoin in the future may be trading at a discount. When that happens, we anticipate volatility. We aren't sure if it will be up or down, but you can see from the other measures in the article that our current assessment is that the next significant bout of volatility in Bitcoin will be to the upside. Nevertheless, we are going to be vigilant. The Terra tragedy was a crypto fiasco, and I believe it increased regulators' motivation and gave them more justification to step in and regulate a little bit more strictly than we had anticipated. Giving you our point of view and outlining what we think is happening at every turn, we share our research with you to help you understand why and how we are invested. She went on to describe that another of their models will be posted in the following few days. We are releasing another model, so keep an eye out for that. We plan to model our top 10 stocks over time. And we're also doing this because we believe that these stocks are not being covered as well as they could be. Disruptive innovation is everything we do. All of our investing and research is focused on it, so we want to share it with anyone who might be interested in learning about how we see the world evolving. We certainly published a lot of top-down research, but now we are publishing more bottom-up research so you, the investor, can see the depth of our analysis. This includes both top-down and bottom-up research. Cathie Wood comments that you can also see how everyone's time horizon shortens to nearly nothing. When we're in a risk-off environment, dramatically, this alters the prognosis for a stock form of a 5-year perspective. This is where we end today's video on Cathie Wood's insight on Bitcoin, its past, and its future. Please leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell button to receive information on new crypto content-related videos. Anyway, see you later, good luck out there, and thank you for watching.